But I want you to think of this, and this is very, very important. When we have lines going this way, we're going to call these flow. Okay? So the longer the line, the longer lines are going to be flow. And when we go across an object, we're going to call those lines volume. When we're rendering something, if we follow the flow lines, it will flatten the image. If we follow the volume lines, it will add bulk to it. So think of this. If we have a tube and I was to color this in and I went this way and you could see my lines going that way, it would flatten the image. But if I was to follow it this way, it would round the image. So that's very important when you're rendering clothing or when you're rendering things that you want to have a three-dimensional form. So go back to your drawings before, and I'm going to show you something. If you zoom in on the texture of his clothing, because the lines are going the way they're going, that flattens the whole image.
Yeah.
So you've created the illusion that it's flat and it won't look like material no more. It'll look like a graphic, because when we flatten something, it all looks very graphic. So let's go back to the clothing, and we're going to take a little section of it, and we're going to see what makes it. So we're going to take the essence of it, and if we were to go and just analyze it, what we have is a value study. And there are a lot of dark lines going through that, so it's very shiny. So what creates shiny? It is, and this may sound a little weird, but what makes shiny is the darkness beside the light. So
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, so creating that texture, what we have is, and it's somewhere that value is right about there, and what we have is this sort of thing going on. Okay, that's the mid. And then when we hit the light to it, we'll start creating. See, as soon as we hit the lightest value and we're putting it right beside the black, it starts to feel shiny and like that material. So that's how we analyze that one. Do you have different types of material?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so do you see how we did that one? That is the essence. If you draw it that way, it'll start looking like that material. And do you know how we were using the lasso tool before when we were doing the grass? If you want a very, very hard edge on these shadows, you will have to grab them like that and do this and get that really hard edge. And then when I remove the lasso tool, see how you get that hard edge? And look at the material that you have, and that's the only way to achieve that. And if I wanted to create the light source going beside it, I would do that, and then deselect, and you start getting that. See?
So if I wanted to approach this, because you said I work like with the volume, not with the flow, because that would flatten it.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just like having a hard time wrapping my head around that with the.
So this is your first step.
Yep.
This is what I want you to do. Okay, we're going to tackle this whole thing, and we're going to build it up. Okay. First step, take a look at the shape of the object that you want to draw. So right now it is a coat. Go into the mid-range of the value and draw the shape of that coat.
Yeah, I should probably just plug it into Photoshop.
Yeah.
Just so I have it as reference. There it is.
There we go.
Cool.
So now I have the basic shape of that coat. And I'm going to take my eraser tool. I did it again to myself where I didn't put a layer on it. Do this again. Put a layer and grab the basic shape. There you go. You got it. Yeah. Perfect. And what we're doing is we're using the mid value, not the lightest value. Cool. Yeah, and allow yourself to not make a solid black shape like I did. Just allow it. Yeah, do what you have going on. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't overthink this. Now, select. I'm going to use the wand tool. I'm just going to use the select tool. So I go out, quick select. There we go. And I am going to grab a dark value. And I am now going to draw. If we take everything away from that coat and just look at the blacks, just briefly and very quickly draw in where your blacks are.
It looks like the lighting is hitting from like the center top, like more of like how to explain it? Like it's not like frontal light, but it's more so like somewhat above it. So a lot of the darks are near the bottom.
Yeah, they purposely did that to make it look shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put the light source on top. And we're not trying to draw because we don't want to copy somebody's photograph. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to draw our own coat, but we're trying to make it feel like this coat. So we don't have to get perfect. If you want to get perfect, that's fine. But it'll eventually, if you try and get it perfect, it will look like a photograph. And you want it to look like artwork. And it's so easy to make things look like photos once you know how to do it. So look at the way the folds are going, and they're going into the center here. So I'm going to move around the coat and pull those lines off of that. And I'm going to keep them loose. Okay. And select and deselect. Okay. You see how I went just a little darker than what you were doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of increased the darkness on mine as well.
Yeah. So now what, as soon as, and make that brush big as you can. Yeah. And stop caring so much about each individual line. Just paint over top of it. It will keep growing as we continue on. Now, here's the fun part. Take the lasso tool and start drawing some of those shapes in there that are doing that. And then we are going to start lightening because these are going to be our shapes. This is where shape language comes into play. Good. Now, before you continue it any further, you want to see what it's going to look like. So grab a light color, because this is your lightest color, and then start block those in, and make sure it's on another layer though.
Oh, on another layer? Okay.
Yeah, because you may want to change the transparency. I mean the opacity. Now, if you feel it's looking like mine is not looking as graphic as yours, if you were to change the opacity on that layer,
Mm-hmm.
you can make it blend in with what's underneath it. See that?
Yeah.
And then draw over top of those shapes and then get your white back in.
Draw over top with darker values?
Light values.
Oh, light values, okay.
Yeah. So what I mean by draw over top is take that selection tool and draw some more of those shapes over top.
Hey, Alan.
Hi.
I am gonna go chill with some videos and turn the brain off.
Okay, you turn your brain off. I will see you later.
She's
Yes.
gonna
I
go watch
just
some
ate-
more Markiplier.
I ate a shut up.
Shut
I
up.
ate a big plate of fish and chips, so I need to,
Yeah, you need to sit on the couch and just veg. Yeah. I got
But it
it.
was wonderful hearing your beautiful voice.
Thank you. You're very sweet. And I hope this was helpful to you too.
Oh yeah, no, if there's a recording, I'll check it later.
Okay.
I believe Wolfred
Everyone
is
have fun.
recording on this.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye. That's it. See how you're building it up? It's going to have your signature on it. It's going to have your feeling to it because we're painting now, and we're not photo manipulating. We're creating something that is individual to you and to me. So mine's going to look different than yours, and rightfully so. It should always. Now, once you get that part, now you can start taking that pencil that you have and start drawing and sketching the important lines on the coat and working it up and down. And you start getting, the more you do this, you can see how it's slowly starting to feel like the coat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got to go darker in those shadows, though. Got to go darker.
Yeah, the shadows are way too light.
Yeah. Because that coat is so black. It is so. Yeah. We have to get the essence of what that coat is. Do you see those faces? Yeah.
May I go next? I have work
Sure.
to show.
I would love to. Yeah, I'm going to let him continue the drawing side of it, and I will come to you, and then I will come back.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll just keep developing it. That's all.
Now, cool thing is, you see those little faces that are sitting there? And if you want to put them in, take that lasso tool and draw in those faces and make sure they're done on a layer. And you can take them because they're very, very white, and you can just go like that. See? Yeah. Okay. Let me jump out of your feed. Keep working on this, okay? And keep using the lasso tool the way I showed you and the drawing tool the way it feels natural. Okay. Whereabouts are you, Manuela?
Okay, so let me set up my screen.
There we go. Aww. Oh my God, he's like, oh. So
Come here.
oh my God, what a cute little baby.
I know, I just said to you.
Oh, he's adorable.
Here's the.
Oh, that's
I know I presented the dad to you, and I told you they're going to have kittens. So this is the
oh
kitten.
my God, they are adorable. Oh, I want one. I want one of your babies. Oh, they're so sweet.
I know. I needed to show it to you. I wanted to show it to you before, but
Oh
haven't
my
been able to
God. I love them. They are so cute. They are, wow, they're hairless. Oh, they're
I know. They're so soft.
you are so lucky. And they're so, I know how they feel. They feel so soft and they're so like, yeah. Oh, look at you. Oh, it's like a little baby.
She is like a little. She is more of a baby than the baby.
Yeah. Oh, she's hugging you. Oh, that is so sweet. So I take it you didn't have no work.
Yeah, I wanted to surprise you.
That was a really nice surprise. I was like, oh, that is so cute. Oh my God, thank you for that. Yeah. If you have pictures, because they're blurry, but if you have pictures, could you put them up for me? Because they're adorable.
I'm gonna send you a couple of pictures.
Yeah, they are so cute. They're like little cuddle bunnies. Oh,
No.
I know. Thank you. Okay, I'll go. Yeah. Oh, I'm smiling so much. That is so sweet. Thank you.
We need to have our little cat moment.
Did I just fall out? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong button all the time.
It's okay.
Happens.
We need to have a little cat moment.
Yeah, that was sweet.
At break.
Okay, so I'm back in your feed, and what we need to work on now is you're doing really good with the dark. We have to bring back that lasso tool, and we're going to bring some of those highlights back in.
Okay.
Before you use the lasso tool, let's see what happens if you hit it with the magic wand tool.